I've been selling on Etsy for almost 3 years exactly to the day right now. And in that time, I've sold over $700,000 in revenue. And the biggest thing that I've learned to find success on Etsy is you can't just copy what everyone else is doing. You have to look through the search results and find a way to bring new value to those search results to give someone a reason to click on your listing instead of theirs. One of my favorite ways to do this is by offering trendy designs that are popular right now, but in a different way than what the search results are offering. So you could do that by adding a design to where the pocket would go on a shirt instead of the whole front, or a design on the back, or the real magic happens when you actually do a pocket design in the front and a design in the back. So in this video, I'm going to show you some listings that are absolutely crushing it on Etsy right now with those types of listings. I'll show you how to upload those onto Printify, my print-on-demand print provider of choice, to make sure that they're printed correctly when they come to your customers. And I'll even show you samples that I ordered from my top 3 print providers on Printify, Monster Digital, Swiftpod, and Awkward Styles. So let's jump right into it. So first off, we have this baseball themed shirt. Now this is probably a really popular design within the baseball niche, but what's different is they're adding the design to the front and then the same design on the back. And then this one is currently a bestseller with 20 plus in the cart. So using our FABRICA tool, I'm going to click over here and see they've made a total of 93 sales. This listing is only 2 months old and is doing an average of $1,100 in revenue every single month. Then we have this one here. This one has a design on the front as well as the back. It's actually more in the middle than in the pocket, which is a cute little way to do it. Again, using Everbee, and there is a free trial for them down in the description. They've made 34 sales in their first 2 months with an average revenue of $411. So these are newer listings that are doing really well because they're standing out in the search results compared to what's around them. Lastly, I have this one here. Hope you feel pretty today. If we check the Everbee analytics on this one, they've made an average of 241 sales in the 26 months that this has been listed. But I don't want you going and making any of those same designs for those same niches, because then you're not going to, again, stand out in the search results compared to what everybody else has. So that's the real key here, is you have to be an investigator and find a niche that's selling really well right now that doesn't have anything that looks like that in the search results. And that's going to be your cue to use this design style. So let's do an example. One niche that I know that's selling super well on Etsy right now is the book lover niche. So if you type in book lover shirt on Etsy right now, you get 92,000 results. If we sort these by best sellers, which we can do our little hack where you go to all filters, click on star seller and apply. Then we'll come up here to the search bar and change the word star to the word best. And now we're able to hack the system and see all of the bestsellers. So there's currently 530 listings that are bestsellers on Etsy for this niche right now on Etsy. And when we look through the search results, most of these designs are just big and bold right on the front of the shirt. So some really great designs. You see this one has a design on the back. That one really does stand out against the other listings that are around it. But looking through here, there really aren't any of those design styles where it has the little pocket design and the design on the back. And so again, that's going to be my sign that that could be a great design style to bring to this niche to stand out and get more sales. Now for my designs today, I went to creativefabrica.com to find some graphics to order these samples and show you exactly how to do this. So the first graphic that I found that I really liked was this cute sunflower peace sign for the front of a shirt. So this is going to be one that I'm going to put on the pocket of the front of a shirt. And you can see that this particular design comes with commercial and full POD usage allowed. So if you're not familiar, Creative Fabrica is a website you can sign sign up for a subscription to get unlimited downloads of graphics and fonts for your print-on-demand business. But it is important to understand how the licensing actually works and what you're able to do with them, as not every single one comes with full POD usage allowed. Some of them you have to use them within a larger design. So I will put a link down in the description explaining that subscription and the licensing. And there's also a free trial to get your first 10 downloads for free from this website. So that's the one I'm going to put on the front of my shirts. And then I found this one that also had some cute flowers that I thought would go really well with it to put on the back of the shirt. And this one again is full POD usage allowed. So this is one that you'd be able to just put on the back of a shirt and sell it that way. I don't normally recommend just downloading fully pre-made graphics and selling them in your store because everyone's going to be doing that. And again, you want to stand out. So if you can combine different designs within something like this, then you're going to stand out more than someone who just put this on the front of a t-shirt. Since this design style also sells really well on sweatshirts, I also got these designs here, the Make Your Own Magic and the Make Your Dreams Happen, and I'm going to be using those for my samples for the Gildan 18,000 sweatshirt. So again, I'll show you those at the end. So now I want to show you a really easy and quick way to make the mock-ups for these, where you can show the front of the shirt and the back of the shirt all in one listing photo. And if you're not familiar with what mock-ups are for your print-on-demand business, they are a picture of a blank t-shirt that you purchase. You add your design that you created or purchased onto that mock-up to pretend like it's already made. And then once you get an order, your print-on-demand company prints it and ships it to your customer for you. And you can purchase these digital download photos of blank shirts on Etsy just by typing in the model number like 3001 mockup, and you'll get lots of options. I do even have a mockup store of my own called Stop, Mock, and Roll that you can check out, and there is a discount code down in the description if you want to look at my mockups. So you want to come over to Canva and select Create a Design. You used to select Open an Image, but they took that away and changed it a little bit. So this is how it actually works now. So you're going to select Import File, select the blank shirt that you purchased, and then here you're going to say Use in a New Design and say Custom Size, and then this is going to tell you the size of the image already, and click Create New Design. So here, now you have your mock-up. So this is where I'm going to add on the pocket design for the shirt. So you would add on, say, the cute little sunflower peace sign that I showed you, and you're wanting this to be about 3.5 to 4.5 inches wide on the upper left chest, and I'll show you exactly in Printify where I'll place this. You always want to lower the opacity slightly on the shirt, so that way it looks more realistic. And that's about where I'd put it. Then I'm going to add a new page, and here I'm going to drag in a blank picture of the back of a shirt that, again, this one is from my mock-up store. I do have some pictures of the back of some shirts if you are interested. And then I'll add the design that I'm going to create onto the back of this. So you'll just make it, and this is going to be about 14 inches wide once you print it. So if you're not able to eyeball that, you can always add the design to Printify first and then make your mock-ups to make sure it looks more realistic. So that is about what it's going to look like, but how do you add these together to show these all in one picture? Well, I'm going to show you. So I want you to actually save the picture of the back of the shirt. So we're going to go to Download. We need to save this as a JPEG, not a PNG, and we're only going to save the second page of the back of the shirt, and we're going to download that. So now that that's downloaded as its own full picture, we can see it here and upload it into Canva by going to Upload Files. So what you need to do here is my favorite way is you can go to your elements, and I want you to look for a circle frame with border. And so then you're going to find these frames where it has this little picture into it. And I like when it has a border around it, so it gives some separation. So instead of this little border being pink, I'm going to make it white. We're going to make this a little smaller up here in the corner. And now you can come to your uploads and actually drag that image into that frame. So now you can see the front of the shirt and the back of the shirt all in one photo. So that is one great way to be able to make your thumbnails for these to show that they're getting a design on the front and the back of their shirt. Now let's talk about where you actually place these designs on the front of the shirt and the back to make sure you get the desired result that you're looking for. So there is the Printify POD Rockstars Facebook group, and I saw a great post in there a few months ago from 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗧. So if you're watching this, Jay, thank you for creating this, because before this I always just wung it and it turned out fine, but I think it's really nice to have an exact template of where this should be placed. So here it is. It says try to line the outside hem of the collar with the middle of the design and make it 3.5 to 4.25 inches wide is the sweet spot. So here you can look at this for reference, and I'll show you exactly how I added that to Printify to do it just the way that he recommended. So coming over here to Printify, it's important to understand that there's some empty space around your design depending on how you create it. So all that Printify is going to tell you size-wise, the width and the height, is the total green box of your design. And so try to make your designs that you're using for a pocket design as big as possible in your design square so you can have a better idea of how large they are. So I made mine 5 inches by 5 inches since I had a little bit of extra space around mine. And then again, I tried to line the center out of it up with this outside collar. Now for the back side of the design, I like to put my designs all the way to the top and make them about 14 inches wide total. And so that's where I have this one here, and that's what I got printed for our samples. Here's what I did for the 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗧 sweatshirt. So again, I did about 5 inches for the front, and then the back, again, I did about 14 inches. And then I ordered 2 samples, one of each, from each of the print providers, Monster Digital, Swiftpod, and Awkward Styles. And I ordered them all in different sizes to see how the print scaling actually makes a difference. So let's go ahead and take a look at those samples now and see how they turned out. So to start us off, we have Awkward Styles, and I got a small Bella Canvas 3001 shirt and a small 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗧. So I'll show you both of the samples front and back so you can see how that turned out with the sizing that I made for my designs, so you can tell where to place yours. So this is the small t-shirt. You can see the cute little design just right in the corner of the pocket, where a pocket would likely be on a shirt. And then on the back, I think this is a really nice size design for the back. You could make it larger if you wanted it more oversized, but this is what it ended up being on this actual shirt. And I think it actually turned out really, really nice. If you've never seen a print by Awkward Styles, I think their prints turned out really nice, really crisp, really colorful. And just for reference, this is the Heather Mauve. That was the only color shirt that all 3 print providers had, other than like white or black. I wanted to do something a little more fun. And so this is the one from Awkward Styles. So then we have the 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗧 sweatshirt from Awkward Styles. So pulling it out here, this is where the design ended up for the sweatshirt. So it is kind of a lighter design, but I think it still turned out really nice quality-wise. Really pretty. And then you can see the back is really nice and vibrant and colorful, and again, I think is a nice size for a back design, but you could always make it bigger as well if you wanted to. And here's how they actually look when you put the shirt on. So this is a small shirt. Normally I'd probably wear a medium to have a less snug fit, but these unisex shirts, I could go with a small or I could go with a medium. It's nice to have the option. And then the 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗧 sweatshirt is just a really nice relaxed fit for being a small. And I think again, the design placement looks really, really nice. Up next, in size medium, I ordered from Swiftpod. Again, the exact same garments to compare. So here is the t-shirt in the medium. So again, really nice design placement. The colors are very vibrant, very nice. I'd say super comparable to Awkward Styles. I have done other videos in the past where I've ordered samples, so I'll link that down in the description. But you can see Swiftpod, I actually feel like is a little bit brighter than Awkward Styles in this one test, but both turned out really, really nice. So then looking at the back of the shirt, again, I think it's a nice size, the 14 inches, but you can decide for yourself on if you think that's the right size. And then we will look at the actual sweatshirt. So the sweatshirt for Swiftpod, I think the design turned out really nice on this one. The colors are really pretty, and the placement I think works really nice for a sweatshirt. You kind of want the front to just be a cute little small design, and then the back design is kind of the big statement. And again, the colors with Swiftpod turned out really, really nice. And this is the sport gray color. And so you can see it is really pretty, really nice. So trying these ones on, you can see that the medium is a little bit more of a relaxed fit on me. I think, again, the placement of the designs works really well if you do this same size when you're selling them in your store. And then the sweatshirt, if someone's going up a size, is nice oversized look if you want it. So I do always put in my descriptions to order your normal size if you want a nice relaxed fit, or if you want an oversized fit to go up 1 to 2 sizes. So last up, we have Monster Digital. I ordered both of these in a size large, again, the exact same garments, but the print on Monster Digital, I'm actually going to be asking for a replacement for. So I'll show you this here. It actually turned out almost blurry looking, and I don't know if that's even quite coming across in the camera. It might just look like it's a tiny bit out of focus, but they almost kind of printed it twice, which is giving it a really fuzzy look. So I will be asking for a replacement. Just so you know, not everything will go perfect with your print-on-demand business. Sometimes people make mistakes. You'll make mistakes, Monster Digital will make mistakes, things will get lost in the mail. But out of thousands and thousands and thousands of orders that I've fulfilled through these companies, less than 2% have had any issue of any kind. And that includes things getting lost in the mail, print issues, and everything all together. So if you get an issue with an order, don't panic. It's okay. This is normal. People will understand if you just apologize and make it right. If you go on Printify's website and submit an issue within the order, they'll send you a free replacement, or they'll refund you if your customer just wants a refund. But the placement of the design was completely fine. I think for a large, the design was a nice size. And then again on the back, I really like the size of it. I think that looks really nice. And the back design turned out perfect. So it was just that front design that had any kind of issue. The back is nice and crisp and bright. So it really was just that little bit of the front. So coming here to the last one, I have the 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗢𝗗𝗃 sweatshirt, Monster Digital. This one turned out perfect. As you can see, the colors actually look really nice, really vibrant. The placement was, again, just what we would expect, exactly where I wanted it, about the exact middle of the outside of the collar. And then the back was, again, really nice and vibrant. Really nice colors, very nice print. All of these, with the exception of the front of the Monster Digital, I think turned out really great. And then for the sizing, this is a size large t-shirt. Again, my normal size I'd order is about a medium, so this is a little bit more oversized for me. For reference, I'm 5'3" and about 150 pounds, and this is how this one actually fits me. The sweatshirt fits really nice as well, just a nice oversized comfy fit. So again, you can give those sizing recommendations to anyone who asks. So lastly, one thing I do want to remind you is that it does cost one fee for them to print on either the back or the front of a shirt. If you put a design on both the front and the back, there is an additional fee. So coming back over here to Printify, you can see right now I have a design on the front and a design in the back. And they're saying the cost is going to be anywhere from $21.47 to $29.41, depending on the size. So it's an additional $5.53 to print on the other side. So make sure to pay attention to this piece when you are pricing your products, that you're not just pricing them like every other product that you have. There is an additional fee for doing the designs this way. And then I am going to be using these 6 sample shirts in another video I'll be filming very soon, where I will wash these shirts to see how well they all last in the wash. I've gotten that request a couple of times on my channel, so comment down below. How many times do you think we should wash the shirts? Do you want to see them wash 2 times, 5 times, 10 times to see how well they actually wear? So add that comment down below, and make sure to like this video and subscribe so you can see all the other videos that I make like this in the future. And definitely let me know if you're going to try to make designs like this. Hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial and are going to try this in your store if you haven't already. And as always, I appreciate you all staying all the way until the end, and I'll see you in the next one.